Hi everyone, what's up? Welcome to What's Help's free 5-day video training for marketers and entrepreneurs, where we are going to dive really deep into the world of messenger marketing and see how it can generate 3 times more leads and sales for you than number one, traditional email marketing, and number two, Facebook pixel lists. So this is something that I'm super excited about as a digital marketer, and I'm very, very, very pumped to share this with you guys, share some strategies with you, and really take a look at what messenger marketing is all about. So I'm Reka, and as you can see, I'm a messenger marketing ambassador here at What's Help, which is actually a messenger marketing platform as well. So let's dive in. A little bit about the course and what we're going to see over the course of the next 5 videos, over the course of the next 5 days. Number one, as I said, we'll take a look at how to generate up to 3 times more leads on autopilot using messenger marketing. And today we're going to look at a new strategy to convert cold traffic into hot leads within 14 days. Over the next few days, we're also going to take a look at how you can create your own lead gen bot and sales funnel from scratch in one day, how to grow your subscriber base and send messages with an 80% open rate, which is the open rate that we see with messenger marketing. And we'll talk a little bit about that later as well. And of course, our favorite success stories and some bots in action, which is super exciting and really, really, really inspirational to see how you can make this work in your business as well. So messenger marketing, if you've never heard of it, let me just stun you with some figures right here. So messenger marketing, of course, works in messenger platforms and specifically Facebook Messenger. And one of the most important things to know about this particular space is that there are 1.4 billion active users in Messenger today. And this is a number that far outstrips the number of active users on any social media network, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. So that's very, very, very exciting. People are actively using it. People know how to use it. People have the user friendliness and the habits down. So this is a large part of really what makes messenger marketing so effective in terms of ROI. So the next figure I'd like to take a look at here is this 80% open rate. And I mentioned this before, and I really think that this is something that underlines the effectiveness of this method in general. So you have 1.4 billion active users in Messenger. They're responding to messenger marketing campaigns. They're opening it at a very, very high rate, especially compared to the 15% that you'll see in email. And what's more, you'll also see a 4 to 10 times more successful click-through rate in these marketing campaigns than you will in email. So you have an 80% open rate, a reported 20% click-through rate for messenger marketing campaigns, and that is compared to a 15% open rate and a 3% click-through rate on email campaigns. And if you think about this, this makes sense. I mean, if you have Messenger, you know how you function on it. You'll see a message, you'll open it. If necessary, you'll respond to it. You're much more active there. You're much less likely to abandon or bury that message under millions of other messages as you would in your email inbox. I know that I've had a lot of emails sort of lost in the melee over the years, and you just get used to ignoring them because there's such an influx there, and that's just something that doesn't exist in messenger marketing. It's a totally new channel. We like to say it is a deep blue ocean, and the possibilities are endless still. So you don't see a lot of competition here. You are not competing with a lot of noise in this space, and that's also why we really, encourage you to explore this space now, because for the next 6 to 12 months, chances are your competitors won't be using it. Huge companies won't be on it. You won't be competing with brands like Coca-Cola or Tide in this space. And it's really, really, really a huge possibility for small businesses to get a leg up in their marketing efforts. And another thing to think about is, what are the costs of this for you? What are the costs of using Messenger in your marketing strategy as a small business? And if you already have customers on Facebook, and this being the 21st century, this being the world that we live in, there's a huge chance that a majority of your customers are on Facebook, then you'll already want to be looking for ways that you can automatically qualify leads, get more leads, and turn hot leads into converting customers. And number two, if you're already spending between $100 and $300 in ads on Facebook ads, then marketing is really a no-brainer. So what it does is it scales your ad budget, and instead of throwing out money on retargeting ads, on chasing cold traffic that hasn't been qualified and spending money on that, what it does is qualify those leads automatically for you and get some contact information into your CRM without another penny on your budget. So some industries that we've seen messenger marketing work in include automotive dealerships, travel agencies, medical care, consumer SMS, and of course, e-commerce stores and mono-product stores that are able to use it for things like cart abandonment, upselling. You can use it to have people fill out a contact form, submit their contact information, or download a lead magnet. So these are all case studies that we're going to take a look at, and these are all just sort of things that I'm getting out there to get the juices flowing. There are literally millions of use cases for messenger marketing bots, but these are just some really relevant ones, and you'll be able to see that it really reaches out to industries across the board. So what we're going to do today is we are going to take a look at two strategies, and we're going to take a look at how we see it in traditional marketing and how we can use a bot to automate these strategies and scale the ROI on your advertising budget. So what's wrong with the traditional approach? Let's think about what we would usually do. So let's say you have somebody who's visited your website or your Facebook page, and you have a retargeting ad that reaches them later on in the day. They see the ad, they click learn more, and you'll redirect them over to a landing page. And within this whole process, you have no guarantee that they'll be submitting any contact information or giving any sort of commitment whatsoever in terms of purchases or small purchases. And 95% of the time, what's going to end up happening is you're going to lose this paid traffic, and you're going to pay, again, as much retargeting the same customer. So whether this be absolutely cold traffic, which hasn't been qualified and definitely isn't ready to purchase or make an appointment right away, or whether this is, a semi-warmed lead, but who may have heard of your brand and been there before and been to your website, that's the retargeting, but really hasn't received those 7 to 20 touches or impressions that they're going to need to turn them into a paying customer. You're just going to see a lot of money spent on retargeting. And even if you've paid, even if they've sent their contact information, what is important to think about here is all of those that open and click through rate. So those follow-up emails are very, very easily lost in the inbox. 15% of them will be opened, and 3% of them will actually be clicked on. And this is where, I can't say this enough, this is really where Messenger changes the game. So let's see it in action. What we have here is a hot traffic messenger bot workflow. And what we're going to take a look at is the leads that we were speaking about before, the ones that have been that are familiar with your brand. They haven't made a purchase yet, but they've had a lot of touches. They've had a lot of, they've developed some sort of relationship or a familiarity with your brand. And they're really on the verge of being a converting customer. So let's see how we can automate this entire process. So we'll start with some sort of trigger that may be a Facebook ad, a Facebook post, or a website plugin. And once the customer interacts with this trigger, be that pressing a button or leaving a comment or interacting with the website plugin, what will happen is the Messenger bot will automatically send them an offer via Messenger, where we'll see generally a 30 to 50% opt-in rate. So here, what we also like to underline is that this offer means that you are already in this person's inbox. You have a way to contact them. You have a direct way to contact them. And you can start and you can follow up with them and start sort of converting them with your own content workflow afterwards as well. So once you have the offer sent, either this person will turn into a lead, and as we said before, we'll see a 10 to 30% conversion rate from an initial offer to a lead through Messenger, or you can go ahead and send a few automated follow-ups to them with your secret sauce called the Messenger Marketing Bot. So over the next 2 weeks, send a few pieces of useful content or some interesting information about your business, about your product, about the value that you have to offer. You'll see an 80% open rate as before, and eventually, if all goes well, if your message resonates, you'll see that potential customer turning into a lead, and you'll be able to push them into your CRM, and you'll also already have them on your Messenger subscriber list. So let's take a look at what this looks like in action using this fitness club demo bot. So what we have here is a traditional Facebook ad, and I'm going to go ahead and trigger it by clicking Apply Now. And as soon as I click that, I receive a message from the bot. So I'm going to go over to my Messenger so we see this in a really big screen. So I see the same image, and then I'm able to click Learn More. I click Learn More, and the bot is typing. And I received some information about the fitness club, about the location, about a special offer that they would like to give me, and some value addeds that they can offer their customers. I also received a video, and then finally an invitation to add my email address into Messenger right here. And this is where you can see it's really cool. Of course, in this case, I'm immediately writing my email address and actually even potentially my phone number, and that will get pushed into the CRM. Of course, if you write a message to a lead who doesn't immediately, want to add their contact information, you're still able to directly message them and follow up with them over the next couple of weeks with some useful content, maybe some other kinds of special offers specifically designed to qualify your leads, and any sort of other interesting and valuable pieces of information that you have in your own content marketing funnel. So as you can see, this is a really cool and easy way for me to add my email address and my phone number. And as you can also see, just as we're visualizing this interface kind of in action, is really the mobile responsiveness of this entire tool. So this entire time, I've gone from clicking the ad to receiving information about special offers and about the business, and adding my contact information, and I haven't once left Messenger itself, or at least Facebook itself. And I haven't had to go to a third-party landing page or contact form or website or my inbox. I've all stayed in one place, and I've been able to do this hypothetically through my cell phone as well, or through my mobile device as well, at least my cell phone or my tablet. And what's super exciting about that is it also removes the need for you to have to think about really designing super mobile responsive landing pages, designing them, programming them, any super mobile responsive landing pages, and contact forms and things like that for your sales funnel, because it only takes place on Messenger. And if you think about the fact that 90% of the traffic that you are reaching that are on Messenger on their mobile devices, then that is a huge, huge, huge boon here. So that's just another thing that's really exciting about this. Another thing that sort of like takes this mobile responsive burden off of marketers' plates. And of course, we were also able to see our first live bot in action, which is super exciting. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and move on to the next strategy that I wanted to show you guys today, and that is a bit of a more complex workflow whose end goal is to qualify cold leads and cold traffic using a automated messenger bot. So strategy number 2, and I'm just gonna move my little head bubble here to a more convenient place where it's not in the way. Okay, so strategy number 2 is about, as I mentioned before, qualifying cold traffic. So similar to the previous strategy, step 1, we'll have some sort of trigger. We'll have a Facebook ad, post, or website that the customer will either comment on, interact with, and click the CTA, or interact with on the website. And we'll have these triggers lead to a lead magnet. So this can be a form that needs to be filled out, or some sort of PDF that can be downloaded, or a special offer or coupon code that can be downloaded and acted upon by your potential customer. And once you've got their information via the lead magnet, this can go one of 2 ways. So what you can do is qualify your lead using something called a tripwire. So this can be some sort of very, very small commitment of resources or even monetary commitment by the lead, and qualify them that way, and think some sort of consultation, making an appointment, paying for some sort of data or a data sheet or a contact sheet, something like that, something small that will eventually lead up to your core product and a larger purchase. And if the lead isn't there yet and you require a couple more touch points to warm them up, you'll also see that via the messenger marketing workflow, over the next 2 weeks, you can send a few touch points, 2 or 3 content pieces. In this point, it's always good to remember that less is more, and really send them over something valuable, something interesting, and then lead back to this tripwire, this small monetary or resource-oriented purchase. And once you've qualified them via the tripwire, you can go ahead and move on to selling your core product. And then, of course, it doesn't end there. Then you'll see the upsell, downsell, cross-sell, sideways sell, everywhere sell from there. And you'll have, of course, as we said before, you'll have this customer locked into your CRM and also on your Messenger subscriber list. So what does this look like in action? Here we'll see another demo ad, and let's say you're Papa John's Pizza or Pizza Hut or something like that, pizza delivery service, and you have set up a lead generator coupon for your pizza service. So I'm going to go ahead and comment here, which is going to trigger the bot to send over this coupon code into my messenger. And here it is. Hey, so you want the coupon for 10% off? You bet. I'm super hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 10 pizza, which is the trigger for the coupon. And the bot is thinking and typing, as bots do. And here we see another beautiful visual of pizza, our promo code, and which I can apply right away on the website. And there you go. I've had my first interaction. I may go buy a pizza, I may not. I may wait until I get a bit more content and exciting menu items from your pizza delivery service, or maybe some information about the latest gluten-free pizza that you have available. Whatever it is that you have in your content funnel as a pizza service provider, those are some contents that I will get on the way, or we'll move on to the tripwire and qualify me. So there we go. Those were the 2 strategies that we wanted to cover today. And we hope that you've taken some inspiration both from the workflow and from the live bot demonstrations themselves. And in conclusion, I would just like to really encourage you guys to explore this medium and start experimenting and iterating a lot. So as we said before, it's a new technology. It takes 3 to 5 tries to really set up a working functional bot that you'll see some conversion on. But what we'd really like to underline here is that what these bots allow you to do is to continue to automate building relationships and trust with your sales funnel, and it will allocate your advertising budget to a more warmed and loyal base of subscribers who already know you, and really make sure they get those 7 to 14 touches that they need to turn into a converting customer in an automated and scalable way. So that is it for today. Thanks so much for sticking with me, and tomorrow we're going to build our very first bot. So in the meantime, I encourage you to begin to think about your own workflow, write down, a 1 to 3 step workflow, bot workflow that you would like to build tomorrow. And that's it. See you soon.